Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have a slightly different camera angle because technology hates me. And we're going to be reviewing Winchester Ghosts, and this is their track titled Deadhead. Here we are, I should be in the correct corner of the screen now. Apologies, it's a little bit different than usual, but cameras, right? We're going to listen to this track from start till finish and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Oh, I'm liking the sound of the guitar bass and the drums coming in like that. Wow, it's furious, isn't it? I'm loving this kind of like punk rock element to it. Very gritty sort of tonality to it. Really gritty sort of tonality. A lot of sort of low, it's just sort of light bass and sort of mid-low mids in there. Those are the EQing and frequencies. I'm liking as well, we've got these interesting vocal effects where they're kind of being panned left and right as like a call and response kind of thing at the end of each sort of line. No one knows really anything goes, but we know in that skull it ain't nothing but tall. You approach giant scale, no one could have dared. You begin asking line, are you out of your mind? Even turns on a dime, it seems to cross the line. I'm liking it so far. It's really interesting. I like that drum fill going into the chorus there. I'm just paying really close attention to the lyrics and the vocals. I can't hear all of the words clearly. Some of them are coming through really fine, but some of them are not quite as much. Show me respect, start with my name. There's like a kind of a mid-frequency resonance in this part that I'm not sure if it's intentional, it could be a stylistic thing. I'm liking the dissonance to some of those chords. Yeah, okay, like, I'm hearing some of the lyrics, so like the devil's in the detail and stuff like that. I'll wait till the end of the track to sort of really voice my thoughts on what I've gotten from the song in terms of the lyrics. I'm liking the verse, the bridges, and the chorus, the ABC structure of going on here that we're going through. There's a distinct sort of chord progression and a way of approaching each in terms of the vocal tonality as well as the rest of the instruments and the chord progressions and stuff, which is good. Very easy to know where we are in the song. Nice little bit of vocal fry there. There's a guy talking about how like he's a little bit different. Like I said, like I'm insane or something like that. I could have misheard it and say my name and stuff like that. So this person's obviously got some edge to them, and they're wanting that person to accept that, and that's just the kind of the fun part of the adventure that they're having, or like that they've got to be sort of careful about them or something like that. The singer is obviously very confident in their vocal ability, and to be fair, they're doing some really nice melodic runs. It's definitely a lot of energy and charisma within their vocal performance. Oh, sick little guitar solo here as well. Oh damn, this is some slicker fretwork going on here. Is it you or is it me? He's not messing around, can't you see? Misdirection is your only disguise. Interesting. It's sort of like I'm trying to figure out who is the Deadhead, whether he's the Deadhead or the other person is the Deadhead. Give you 3 seconds to say my name. Interesting. Look at the mirror to what you became. Oh, okay. So there's a bit of dissonance between these two people. The Deadhead, there's like a bipolarity to it of sorts, a split between them. Maybe it's the same person kind of looking themselves in the mirror and sort of like having that inner sort of that bit of introspection there. Ooh, slick little drum solo at the end. Dope, fantastic. I enjoyed that. Nice little bit of guitar work at the end as well. I don't think I quite got the context of this, but I'm hoping that some other stuff I said in regards to what I heard from the lyrics is sort of on point. If it's not, I apologize. I don't always get that on the first run, but I like these reviews to be sort of a first listen experience, you know. I got enough of it that I think I could kind of figure out the vibe was from it, but if there's more context, then that's just all the more reason for people to sort of re-listen to this track to really get those little nuggets of key information there. We had some slick rhythm riffs. Say we had sort of a bluesish, rockish minor sort of pentatonic kind of groove to it for the most of the while. This kind of blues, alt punkish kind of tone to the recording, the mixing and mastering. Hang on a minute. Like, don't get me wrong, I really did enjoy this track. I think it was very well sort of recorded, mixed, and mastered, and the performance is very authentic. I think the singer was a great foil to the rest of the instrumentalist, who was clearly confident where they were in the mix. It's their first single in a couple of years, so that's exciting. Hopefully they're going to release some more. It's a great quality. There was some mid-frequency resonances in there that I could hear in terms of the EQing, so I'm not quite sure if that was a deliberate thing or not. But it didn't affect the listening experience. It's just something that I just observed. It could even be the headphones. Again, the structure of it, to be able to fit sort of 2 ABC structures, verse, bridge, chorus, and then a guitar solo and a drum solo at the end and all that in 3.5 minutes is incredibly competent, and that's not an easy thing. It's also not a common thing nowadays. People will either try and keep these singles at 2 minutes. They'll deliberately try and sort of make it longer just for the sake of fitting in the entire story, and there's very little sort of like of a mid-room there. But the risk you run when you go over 4 minutes, especially when you're not super well known. I'm not sure how well known Winchester Ghosts are. They should be well known. They make some great music, but yeah, if you've only released a few tracks, you kind of need to be mindful of the fact that if you make the music too long, it may be difficult for people to just sit there and listen to the whole thing. You know, people are very time poor nowadays. They're very, very, even if they're not actually busy, people feel that they're busy a lot of the time. And so you just got to try and do what you can to meet the midpoint between the story that you're trying to tell and the listener's sort of like attention span and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, again, I think this is going to be a difficult sell for Winchester Ghosts to find some fans of this kind of music. It'll just depend on the context and like what the other surrounding tracks are going to be like. But I think they're a great band, and I've listened to music like this, and I think that they would be able to sort of play this live and have a good time. And I'm hoping that wherever Winchester Ghosts are, they are able to do that. I hope they are able to play live at some point soon and just get that love from the crowd, and they deserve it. And yeah, I guess as a final comment, the bass, the rhythm guitars and drums played really well together, and they had little bits where they sort of went between like sort of bar chords and power chords to like a bass line that followed the root notes and went with the fifths occasionally, and some chromatics in the drums which went between fillers and really solid 8th note and maybe some 16th note beats. But that lead guitar solo was like really lovely. I like the fact that they had a little bit of extra zazz in there. There was some fires, some like arpeggiated bits where there's some alternate picking and some shred in there. I think it just really suited the mood of the rest of the music, and I think it was a really good choice to do that. But that is effectively my review of Deadhead by Winchester Ghosts. Hopefully you enjoy it. Sorry again that there's a slightly different vibe to this review. I don't typically use just my webcam for these, but again, my camera is just not behaving itself at the moment. I wanted to make sure I got this review done. But if you enjoyed this review, please do go check out more of Winchester Ghosts sort of music via their social medias and their Spotify page. And stay cool and stay safe. And please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as you need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands up.